What is up, Bronco Country? We got a great show for you today, man. Tell you what, we're coming off that Green Bay win. Lot of doubters, underdogs in that game. We're here getting it done. Um, what I will say is, sorry, my thing's messing up real quick. There we go. Um, what I will say, we pulled off that victory. We did it in great fashion. Super pumped. I got Mile High Medlock getting ready to come on like always. We are the Mile High Outcast. We got the Jazz coming. The segment is the show is on the run to number one. So, and all the believers and the Broncos believer, man, we had a great season. And what I will say now more than anything is, you know what? Let's just get into the show.
In the shadow of the Rockies where the orange burns bright, we ride with the outlaws under stadium lights. Mile high, we fly, no chains combined. This podcast the rocket and the altitude's kind.
Turn it up, let the city feel the bass. Every word's a touchdown, every beat's a chase. With a mile high outcast, Broncos we broadcast. Climbing, never falling fast. Full of mile high blast.
Mr. Medlock, how you doing, my brother?
Then I'm doing fine. Man. Another good week, another Bronco win. Nuggets and Avs still doing good, all around good sports feeling up here in the Denver city.
Gosh, you just said it, man. Not only Broncos, but Nuggets and Avs too, man. What a great feeling that is for all of us that, just, watch all the Mile High sports and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. A good vibe in the city, so definitely enjoying that.
I bet you coach is loving it over there as well.
Oh yeah. He's definitely he's been a little critical, but he still knows that that we got a good squad, and the season is all in our hands. What we're gonna do with it.
Absolutely. It is in our hands. I love the way you put that because you know what? We got 3 weeks coming left. There's a lot of what ifs, what could happen, whatever. But if we win, despite whoever loses or wins, will not affect us. And that's a great feeling, correct?
Yes.
So segment title is We Are on the Run to Number One. Right, Joe? We got the potential to lock down that number one seed. What do you think about that, my bro?
Well, I kind of have a little switch to it. I think we're on the run with number one because we already got the number one spot. We already got the number one spot. So I mean, it's all in our hands. Like I said, we got the 1-game lead with New England. So as long as we don't, even if we do stumble and in one of these games and go to get a third loss, we're still going to have the tiebreaker over New England. So as long as we handle business in the games, we should be able to get this number one spot and keep it and go into the playoffs with that number one spot and get for sure home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which would be a big help for us.
Absolutely, I totally agree. So the first thing is, you know what? Let me go back to what you just said. With the number one, I like that. I really do. Sounds like you came a long way from that KC game. It kind of sounds like I'm doing what you did a couple weeks. I'm getting a little scared, man. You know what I mean? It's coming down to the clutches. But let's pull this out as Bronco country. The first thing I want to talk about is we'll get into the Green Bay here in a little bit. But let's go forward. Joe, we got the Jags at home, and do you think a lot of people out there are gonna look at it because Green Bay We were underdogs at home, undefeated. Do you think they're gonna
Disrespectful.
treat that? Yeah, exactly. Do you think the Jags are gonna come in and get that love the way Green Bay did, or is it gonna be a different story this week?
No, I don't see them getting the getting points above us. I think they're going to come in as a very slight underdog because their defense is very talented. Run, pass, all around defense is top notch. So, but with us having I think a little bit more scoring than them, well actually I can't remember where but I definitely think with us being at home and just a little bit better numbers, I think we'll be the favor. It's not gonna be very much though. 3 or 4 points, it's not gonna be very much.
I don't even know if it's out that yet. I haven't checked it. I know we're going on to Thursday. To the whole Orange and Blue Network. Nothing but love to all you guys.
Yes,
We had a
sir.
couple shows before Thursday, but I like the Thursday segment because we get closer to Sunday, Joe. You know what I mean? So we can kind of start. I mean, everyone's gonna pick the Broncos on this network. That's what we do. We're diehard Orange and Blue.
Not everybody.
Yeah, but you know what?
We both picked KC a couple weeks ago, and we were wrong. Weaver
I didn't
picked.
pick.
Okay.
I didn't pick Casey.
All right. Weaver picked Green Bay to win too. So
Yeah, I'm on that smile high feeling right now, Joe. Before we get into first and tailgate, you want to bring up any comments?
yeah, let's knock a couple of these out real quick. We got some people popped in the building already. First one we got is Bronco Libre. What's up? Hey, what's up,
Bronco
Libre?
Libre, what's up? Bronco Libre, stick around for first and tailgate because we're gonna be talking about you.
And then we got Bronco Rob. He said, "Yo, boys, what's up, Bronco Rob? And how's it going out there?" And then we got Uncle Todd in the house. He said, "Hey, dudes, it's a great time to be a Denver sports fan." Yes, it is. Like I said, all 3 teams doing really good. Man, it's each night you just got something to do. Except for last night, there was no. Actually, no. Tuesday night there was no sports, no live Denver sports. But yeah, definitely is a good time to be
there was a little break in the schedules, which was kind of weird. But I mean, I'll take the rest. You know what I mean?
The Nuggets have had because of the NBA Cup, they've had some days off. So yeah. And then we got.
I'll take that one, Joe. That's my niece, my Addie. Love you with all my heart. She's coming in saying, "Yo."
Hey.
No. And then it looks like
she left another one.
She said, "I wish you guys the best of luck." So, for all you guys to know, all 4 of my girls, they're not football fans, but they're coming up and supporting not only the Broncos but the Orange Blue Network, and which they know Joe, George, obviously. They're just trying to tune in and give us some luck, Joe. So I muchly appreciate it to all of my girls.
Yeah. Should we get that housekeeping out of the way before we go into anything else?
Go for it, brother.
Yeah, let's get that knocked out right away. So you all know that we are on the Orange and Blue Network. We're on all the platforms, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, anywhere you get your audio from. We're going to be on there too. So if you can't watch watch on YouTube, catch us there. But we would love to have you guys subscribe on YouTube up here. Make sure your profile is set to public. And like Tim said last week, make sure you check your names because they did do a reset on YouTube. So even on another show, this big fan was, she had to be like, "Hey, it's me," And so, the names have definitely changed. And so just make sure you got that and make sure it's public so we can put you guys in any kind of contest and drawings we have. Like we're going to be giving away Bo Nix jersey soon. So, get yourself in the hunt for that. And we got a lot of shows here. Every day of the week, we pretty much got something for you. Sometimes we got 2. On Monday and Friday, we got the Orange and Blue Blitz. That's going to be with Isaiah. He's going to be by himself right now because he is having some difficulties getting other people plugged in. And then on Monday night, we also at 7 p.m. we got the Bronco Bros. Shout out Dak and George. They do a good show over there as well with everybody
Broncos
else on
Bros.
Tuesdays are our flagship show. Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. That's gonna be with Mile High Viking and JT, and I think Bronco Yos is on there as well. That's Tuesdays at 7:30, and then Wednesdays at 2:30. All around sports, Denver. No matter what you're looking for, Mile High Sports Symposium with Doc and JT. They talk all, like I said, every type of sport. So if you need any kind of just different from Bronco talk, right where you're at. But if you do want Broncos talk, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. with Adon and Libre, that's where you want to be. They break it down for you guys, and they also do a show on Fridays where it's the Viva Los Broncos in Spanish, and I am supposed to give these guys last night. They were saying. Adon was saying when we say his name, we're gonna do that. I said we do both. We're gonna do Adon and Libre. So shout out to y'all last night. And then y'all got us on Thursdays. Come check us out every Thursday night here, My High OUTKAST. And then on breaking news, we got the fresh squeeze. If anything happens out here in Bronco land, we like to keep you guys informed. On game day, we got all three shows. We got the Buck and Booth, the Buck Your Feelings, and the Get Bucked pregame show. So the pregame comes an hour before the game. Play-by-play, of course, is during the game. And then a little bit after the game, about 20 minutes after the game, 10, 15 minutes, then we got the post-game. So come check us out on all those shows and show us some love. All of them got some good hosts on there. And then we got our sponsor. That is going to be Dubby. No sugar, Jitta's energy drink. So if you want need the energy without none of the other bad ones that got all the other stuff in it. We got W's got no sugar, no calories, no malt injection, no fillers, no artificial colors. So all the energy you need without all the other bad stuff for you. And if you do go over there and order, they do got a bunch of different flavors. Make sure you punch in OBN10 at your checkout. That way you get 10% off. And get you a W like the Broncos keep going.
Absolutely. You know what, Joe? To everyone already out there, Broncos country, we're here. We're gonna get you in a first and tailgate right now. You good with that, Joe?
Let's do it.
All right. First and tailgate. Johnny, always love it. Like Joe said last week, it gets us into the groove of the show. Johnny, I do want to say nothing but love for you. Thanks for keeping these shows going, my bro. If you're out there, if not, I totally understand. But much love to you. First thing on first and tailgate. Joe already hit back down on this. But how do you do a first and tailgate without talking about Libre? How do you talk about a first and tailgate without talking about Libre? So what Joe was touching down yesterday's show, which we all try to show each other love on the network and watch each other's show. I understand life gets in the way. Sometimes you can't always watch it. But Adon, the 6'10" Mexican over there, was like, hey, you know what? How you going to feel when I get love from the Mile High OUTKAST? And Libre is like, whoa. Him dog be coming to the tailgates with his daughters. What I will tell both of you guys, man, you guys always have an awesome show, and I just want to show some love, just like the way you guys did for us last night. And I'll tell you what, much love for both you guys. Libre, you've been very hospitable on that tailgate. Nothing but love for you when you do that, especially when my daughters came around. You're like, what do they need? And that was the time when he pulled out the Colorado flag too. So he had a lot on his plate on that tailgate. Adon's over there killing it as well, showing us some love. So you know what? I do want to tell everybody out there that's watching the Mile High OUTKAST to make sure to tune in to Broncos Talk as well, because they're very intelligent over there. Tune into every show that Joe just talked about, but show them some love. What do you say, Joe?
Oh yeah, definitely appreciate that. They definitely we all show each other love out here. So just check us out. Like I said, everybody's got a good a good different take on the games and what they're feeling, and we just let you guys get involved too. So definitely fun to be a part of it.
Right on, right on. So let's jump back into First and Tailgate once again. Everybody on the network, much love. First thing, Joe, it's a little to me. You kind of put me on this show. After Alfred Williams left and stuff like this, you got Philip Lindsay over there killing it, and he was the hype man. And I guess he said something along the lines of, "I'm gonna take my shirt off," and his wife was like, "No." Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, he said that on radio. He said, I'm gonna be coming to be the flag bearer, because the game we went to with the Raiders, it was Jake Plummer. So something they do. They have a former player come out there and get them all hyped for the game, plant the flag. So right for the kickoff, that's something fun. And he said the Broncos are inviting me, and he said, "You know what, man, I might have to rip the shirt off." And his wife said, "No, we're not." He said, "Well, I might have to have my little Phil do it," and she pretty sure probably told him no on that too. So. Yeah.
How cool is that, though? I mean, you know what? You got to respect him, because not only is he a Denver native, right? But now he's on the Fan, and he still has to answer to his wife. He's like, "I'm gonna take my shirt off." She's like, "No," and he's like, "Okay." I just thought that was like a cool little thing that he shared with the world. Like, this is what I wanted to do, but I'm married. So, you know what, Philip Lindsay, for everything that you've not only done for the athletics departments in Colorado, now you're continuing to just be, like, not just be a hype man, but to not only do the Fan and stuff like that, to be a hype man like that. Much love for Philip Lindsay, Joe.
For sure. Definitely.
The next thing on First and Tailgate is, are we going to be able to cause turnovers again? Because we got a lot of people call it like this, right? You got the quarterback over there in Jacksonville, and we all watch Remember the Titans, so we say, "Sunshine, sunshine."
Yeah.
Do you think that we're going to be able to pull off turnovers like we did against Green Bay?
Yes, if we get pressure in there, because you got to be able to disrupt their flow. If you just get them in there, they're getting quick passes, kind of like everybody's been doing the first half. They get in a rhythm. So as long as you can keep them off the rhythm, I think they did a pretty good job with Jordan Love. A couple of times you've seen him kind of throwing off his back foot. So if we can keep that going, you're gonna you make the quarterback have to use their feet and make them make mistakes. It gets them out of their routine. All their how they're supposed to step back, and they're planting their feet and all that. So all that can be a factor in throwing interceptions and causing turnovers, as long as we're getting pressure in there. So,
which we should be able to do. I think the other way. I think our offense has a lot more cut out for them than our defense does, because Jacksonville, as you said, defense is pretty nice this year.
Yeah, that's for sure. I definitely think Trevor Lawrence has a good receiver core out there. Offensive line is pretty good. I mean, they haven't had too many players out or anything like that. So not too much rotation. So they'll definitely be a tough task for us. And like I said, as long as we get Benito, Allen, Cooper, anybody of the other guys in there, man, just make the offensive line have to make sure they're getting the right coverages to protect everybody, and keep them guessing. And like I said, I think we're going to be pretty good, and hopefully we'll make we'll cause a couple more turnovers like we did last week. So.
Well, yeah, after Trevor's seeing what we did against Love, I'm not going to say he's nervous. He's an elite quarterback. I'm not going to take that away from him. Don't get me wrong. It's Broncos country all day. You know what I mean? But what I will say is that he's got to be looking for some special way to get it out. And once again, Joe, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I think the Commanders kind of led away of if they want to, if Denver defense wants to run zone, you get this ball out fast. There's play opportunities there. I don't know if that's the route they're going to go, but say Vance Joseph doesn't want to go down that route and put more pressure on him. What you're kind of saying, correct, is I kind of think is the way to go. Instead of playing back off your heels, let's just get after him and show what we've been doing all season.
Yeah, that's what I said. We'll have to see how we come out, but I definitely think that our game plan is going to definitely be to put a little pressure on them, and like I said, make the offensive line make the right calls.
Absolutely. So next thing on First and Tailgate, let's talk about that Green Bay loss. However you want to word it, I can go first. You can go first. Whatever you want to talk about, how we became victorious by the end of the game and how we got there. It's up to you, me or you, bro.
I mean, I think we started off the game not the greatest, but I think that the defense held tough. They got the first two stops because at first when we got the fumble by Harvey at like right about midfield, I was like, oh man, just exactly what I did not want to see from him. Starting off the game with the turnover.
First drive.
Yeah. But it did start off. They did start off good though. Before the game, it was already physical. They, the Green Bay was coming out of their tunnel and got into it with some of the Bronco linebackers there. So I was glad to see, they mixed it up and it was going to be set for a good physical game. And then I mean we did have let's see, I had something written down here. They had a good start of the drive. And then, like I said, once Harvey fumbled, it started to look a little down. They drove down, but like I said, with the defense holding them for the two first field goals and not letting them get touchdowns, that helped us out. Because then once we got the touchdown, that got us 7-6. That kept us in the game. So it was a big stop for our defense, like they always do.
Yeah. I kind of feel, and I won't retract this. I know everyone's pumped and we always pull out in the fourth quarter. Sometimes it's a little irritating to see our defense have to play so hard, especially like a turnover at midfield, because that's what we should be doing with this defense. We did have 2 turnovers, but they were deeper passes. We had PS2, right? And then what was a great play on the ball because it looked like it looked like he was behind. It looked like he could have got burnt on that throw. Defensive line put pressure. But what a great effort by PS2, especially coming off an injury. And then, Riley coming back, just being Riley, man. I've been a Riley Moss fan for that tip and what he did. 2 big turnovers. And they're always going to be special when you get down the field. No matter what, any turnover is going to be great. But what I would like to start seeing is like a turnover midfield the way they got to us and let Bo Nix start. It's wishful thinking. I'm not talking bad about the defense, but at least we got some turnovers, Joe.
Yeah, and Riley Moss got called for a bad PI. If you're gonna call that, if you're gonna call that ticky tack PI on him, you gotta call the one on Micah Parsons when he was holding Ingram. Clearly holding him when the ball was in the air. So I mean, that's just
clear as day. Clear as day.
Yeah. So like I said, Moss had a good game too. They all had a pretty dang good game. The first half, it was not looking too good though. Love was on fire in that first quarter. He was 6 for 6. So he was moving the ball around. But like I said, we were able to keep him out of the end zone, so we bend not break, and that helps us stay in the game. And then, like I said, we were able to make the adjustments and come out better in the second half. And it was just it was a good game for us to pull out and shut up all the doubters. Like Garrett Bowles says, were we underdogs? and then you got Bo Nick saying we're overdogs. You know, hey,
We're overdogs.
let them keep doubting us, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna be doubting them no more since that KC game, man. I'm all in, man. Like I said, we're this who would have thought, you know, from 1-2 to 12-2. I mean, who would have knew, you know? So, like I said, we're on the right path, and man, like I said, the offense is coming back. So I'm all for it, man. Like I said, Green Bay was a good test for us, and we're gonna have another good test this week against a good Jacksonville team here at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we touched down a little bit was, you know, the AFC is like a roller coaster. So all the predictions that came out from the Bills to, you know, the Chiefs, obviously, this and that, and they're like, oh, AFC, they got our Broncos got the easy schedules. I'm so over hearing that because the AFC fluctuated so much, Joe. And I want to emphasize that to everybody out there. There's people in the AFC coming up and stepping up to KC and putting KC out. It doesn't mean the AFC is weak. It's that other teams are stepping up and being like, you know what, we're here now too. And not only just the Broncos, New England. You know, it's been a while for them. You know, I mean, for Cincy, you know, I know it was a big thing at the end of the year when we played KC when they didn't have starters. But mark my words, when we do that against the Chargers. Excuse me, Joe. Sorry. When we do that against the Chargers, nobody's going to be talking about, oh, that's unfair that the Broncos did that. No, it's because they wanted Cincinnati in the playoffs instead of Denver. And I'm a realist. It's not that I'm a hater that's thinking everyone's out there is against the Broncos, but let's be real. A lot of people out there in mainstream media are against the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean they just they haven't bought in. You know, like I said, they keep thinking that we're not the truth, and we just keep showing them. Like I said, let them keep doubting. We're just gonna keep letting our record prove it, and you know, hey, that's all I need to see is, you know, each week we just keep our hands in the air because all we do is win.
Win. I love it. Hit some comments, Joe, and then we can finish.
I was just gonna say that. You got it. I got Pops coming in here.
Coach.
So the Broncos are updating the offense and bringing out more scoring, which is what we need. You know, we've been hoping to see that, and you know, the going into the playoffs, you got to score more games. You got to score more points than what we were doing early in the season. So definitely needed that. We got Gary Neighbors. Go Broncos country, #1 best team, 12-2. You know it, Gary Neighbors. You know it, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I got Bronco Libre. So love it. Thank you, bro. You know it, man. We thank you too.
Libre, man, you're nothing but a great guy, man. Like I said, hospitality, tailgates, and whatever, and the way you treated my children, and then, you know, we chime in on each other's podcast. So, you know, nothing but love for you, dog.
Yes, sir. We got Biggie Bronco. He says, how's everybody doing tonight? Doing all right, man. Doing pretty good. He said, I'm sitting here putting down laminated flooring and some carpet. Well, that sounds pretty tough. I mean, it's it definitely is probably needs to be done, but man, that's a tough task for the night.
Hey, but you know what? That's almost a blessing. You don't want to be doing it, but at least you're doing something. You know what I mean? Especially right before the holiday season. You know, making some money out there.
Well, thanks for taking your hands away from that for a little bit to drop us a comment, and thanks for listening, Biggie Bronco. We appreciate it. We got Fortnite Kid. He said, "Go Broncos."
That's a new one for me.
Me too. I know it's not my son because he would at least said something.
Whatever.
He loves Fortnite.
Welcome. Go Broncos.
Yes, you know it, man. Shy Vargas. Hey, what's up, Shy?
What up,
How you doing
Shy?
tonight, man?
I can't wait for him to get us hyped up, man. Can't wait
Oh,
for
every week.
Hyped up, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's my Yaya right there. Thank you, my daughter. Appreciate you for leaving a comment. You know what they do to me, Joe, is they come in and say hi, Dad, and then they leave before I can even tell them hi back. But at least they're there.
Fortnite Kid again. He says, "Go Broncos, man or mom." Well, go, and whoever, all the Bronco fans, we can get out there. Let's keep them going. Yep, Shy Marcus said the media, they don't like us, so yeah, they keep doubting us, they keep hating us, but we're gonna keep it going. Do you want to hop it into the?
Yes, sir. I got
segment?
you.
Cool.
Yeah, we got Mile High Memories on the way. So I wanted everybody out there. Last week, a lot of you guys commented on a Mile High Memory, which was awesome. So please keep those comments going. Me and Joe are going to get into ours.
Yeah,
Put it
because
in the comments who your Mile High Memory is. Go ahead, Joe. What were you going to say?
yeah, just on top of that, man, there were some good ones. Man, I really liked Ed's, you know, the scoring title memory, and Shy with the Brandon Marshall. D Rock had a
Wide
good one
receiver.
too.
Wide
Yeah,
receivers.
wide receiver,
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, y'all put it in the comments. We're gonna read them. Shout you guys out. So love you guys
Here we
being
go.
involved.
Here it is, Mile High Memories. So everybody that is new out there, what we do is we have a Mile High Memory. Any Colorado organization. Joe, I didn't know this was like a dress set, going going in and out over there, but just kidding. We always shout out Broncos, Nuggets, Avs, whoever, somebody that made a huge impact. That's deservedly so. So please keep the comments going with yours. And Joe, once again, bro, it's up to you. Me or you?
I'll go first, man. I went and put the jersey on because that's gonna be my Mile memory. I don't want to even hold you guys up and make you guys think who it is gonna be. Y'all should know that number 24. Tim knows it well from Madden. We used to switch players. Got like one or two switches per team, and my trade was always Champ Bailey. So yeah, my Mile memory is gonna be Roland Bailey. I'm pretty sure y'all don't know that his first name. But his mom nicknamed him Champ. His younger brother's name is Boss. So he was born down in Kentucky. Played at Georgia, and was a two sport athlete. Played with the Washington Redskins for some years, and then finally came over the Broncos, and man, loved it when he was here, and had a hell of a career, and Hall of Fame career, and man, just a hell of a defensive player, returner when he was younger, and yeah, just all around good athlete and good dude as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. You want me to go a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So it's not only the Bronco impact that Champ had on me, it's something that I've hated Joe since 2003. We used to go back and we used to have a PS2, all right? A PlayStation 2. We used to get all the boys together, and you used to have to insert a plug-in so you can play 4 controllers. So our rule was one guy had to play quarterback for the half, and the other guy on your team had to play quarterback. So like we had rules about it, but this was a weekly, if not almost daily ritual. This guy Joe pulled Champ Bailey off the Redskins and put him in a slot position when you played. I'm not even talking about format. I'm talking even one-on-one. Joe used to put Champ Bailey in a slot position and murder linebackers over the top on safeties. Call me a liar, Joe. I think Champ was 99 rating.
Speed.
I could be, yeah, speed.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe was intelligent enough at that day and age, like, because we were in high school, or no, we were out of high school, but we were still kids. Let's be honest. And he put Champ in there, and the only way to stop it is, which I did. I'm not saying 100% of the time, but I had my fair share. I used to have user picks. So anyone that plays Madden knows what a user pick is and how much that means. I would have to go follow Bailey on my own. And Joe either burned me or got picked off. So it was a great matchup, man. But he saw Champ and I'm gonna give this to you, Joe. You saw Champ just by playing Madden before he was even a Bronco. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I said, I knew his speed, and I was like, that's one guy that he can actually catch the ball pretty good, and with his speed, he can, like I said, you put him in a slot, and against even a dime cornerback, he's going to have the speed to get around him. So yeah, it was a mismatch I had to exploit.
Yeah, and he definitely exploited it. And I'm gonna give nothing. I'm still mad about it. I'm still a little salty about it, Joe. To be honest with you, but dude, I guess my point about this whole Madden thing is that you saw Champ for what he was, even if he wasn't a receiver for Denver. Like, you saw something out there to exploit all of us, and knew that this dude was the man. So the Clinton Portis Champ Bailey thing, I remember you back in the day, you were excited about it. And you're like, if Portis don't want to be here, correct me if I'm wrong, you were like, let's get somebody that wants to be here rather than somebody that doesn't.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we not to say we can't find, like Clint Portis was not a good running back. I'm not going to take that away from him. But
No,
we could plug another player in there. If you don't want to be here, we could plug another player in there. And of course, didn't know we were traded for Champ Bailey. That would have, but once I figured out who it was, man, and like, it was just, I was like, dang, finally get to see my man in the Bronco blue. So instead of having to trade for him on a video game. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I like that, man.
But yeah.
I want to tell you, Joe, straight up, great pick, Champ Bailey. The one reason I haven't picked him yet, I thought you were more deserved by picking him when you did. We don't really talk about it until the day of, but the one reason I didn't pick him is because you saw Champ Bailey before a lot of other people before he was a Bronco, and I want to give your Mile High memory. I'm gonna put some props on it for your Mile High memory, and continue, Joe. Whatever you want to say, my bro.
For sure, yeah. So, like I said, Champ Bailey was born June 22nd, 1978, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He grew up in Folkestown, Georgia. Three-sport athlete at Charlton County High School. Football, track and field. And was it basketball too? I can't remember now. The totally written down. But he played running back and defensive back in high school. He had 13 100-yard rushing games, and he holds still some school records for different type of things, rushing, touchdowns, stuff like that. So he went to the University of Georgia from 96 to 98. He played football and ran track there as well. And then he was there as well. He was a multi-threat player. He played offense, defense, and special teams. So he was a threat wherever you had him at. And he was a two-time first-team All-SEC, All-American in 98. He won the Bronco Nagurski Trophy for the top defensive player in 98 as well. In track, he ran 55 and the 60-yard meters. And he also did long jump and triple jump. He was drafted 1999, first-round draft pick, 7th overall to the Redskins, and the Redskins had to trade a lot to actually get him. They traded a first round, third round, fourth, and fifth round to the Bears just to get Champ Bailey at that 7th overall pick. He played there till 2003, and then he was traded to the Denver over the Jets. We gave him a little bit better package, which was, I'm sure, a good move for him. And while he was at Washington, he had a real good career there too. Just a lot of different coaches, a lot of different defense coordinators as well. So, but he got over here, and first season he was with us. We were 10-6, second in the AFC West. We lost Indy in the wild card, but the only bad thing when he was over here, all the years he was here, because he signed a contract extension with us, and then he signed another contract after that. And the only bad part was we never won a Super Bowl for him. He did go to the Super Bowl in his last year, but that was the year that we got spanked by Seattle. But he went to play with the Saints, I think, for 2 years after us. I don't think he never made the team, but he signed a 1-year contract so he could retire as a Bronco. First ballot Hall of Famer, 3-time first team All Pro, 4-time second team All Pro, 12-time Pro Bowler, 2006 interception leader, and NFL All Decade team. So, my high salute in memory to Champ Bailey. Thank you for all you did for the Broncos.
Absolutely. My high salute to Champ Bailey. I think that's a great one, Joe. I got nothing but love for Champ. The only thing that I hate about Champ's career, as you touched down on it, he never got to win that ring, and he deserved one, man. But you know what? A lot of people, a lot of great players throughout the NFL never got a ring. So it doesn't take anything away from his statue. You know what I mean? Getting into that topic is just a real quick question. Do you think we can put PS2 in a category as champ yet, or is it too early?
A little too early, just because he hasn't had the longevity of a career. But I mean, he's right up there with him. You know, he's on the trajectory to be right there, if not better than him. You know, at least on the exact same level. Because I don't think Champ ever won Defensive Player of the Year.
He might not have, but he was probably deserved of it for any year he played in. You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't throw to him. You know, they just like PS2. They didn't. You know, a lot of quarterbacks just didn't throw to his side. So,
well, yeah, as the cornerback slot was, which I know a lot about, is the less stats, the better. That's the cornerback. If you're not getting thrown out, you're doing everything right. If you're not getting targeted, you're doing everything right. On my mile high memory, I think this is something that I can't speak for Joe, but maybe he feels the same way. Didn't want to bring him up right away because best Bronco player to ever play for us, to bleed orange and blue, that did it without multiple teams. I mean, he won 2 Super Bowls with a great running back, with a good defense. And you know what? Like, I get so mad when people act like, oh, he couldn't have done it without this person. He couldn't have done it. That's every team, no matter you're NFL, whether if you're major leagues, if you're NHL, you got to have people to support you to get that. It's not a one-man show out there. So for the first time, Joe, you know what? I'm going to come out and just put the most obvious one out there. My mile high memory goes to John Elway. And for you guys that don't know, this should be pretty obvious to all the Broncos country out there. The Baltimore Colts wanted to draft him. He's like, no, I can play baseball. He ended up with the Broncos, ended up going to 3 Super Bowls in the 80s. We had a great, the drive, just alone in itself, to get to a Super Bowl. In 1989, had to play the 49ers 55-10. But if you look at that team, you got Joe Montana, you had Jerry Rice, Jonathan Taylor, you had Ronnie Lott. I think Bubba Paris. You had Roger Taylor. And you had John Elway playing with the Three Amigos, which complimented him. But he's the one that made the throws. He carried that team. He had the drive. No pun intended about the drive. But my high memory, man, 97, 98, when he finally got a running back and he was like, oh, I feel comfortable. This guy had to go through Dan Reeves eras. He had to hand the ball off to Bobby Humphries, Gaston Green. The list goes on. He had to deal with Wade Phillips. Like, there's so many things he had to overcome to get those 2 Super Bowls. And what I love about this, my high memory, if you guys don't know, I touched down a little bit about this, but he took a pay cut. Neil Smith was playing for Kansas City and sacking John Elway. And John Elway took a pay cut let's get Neil Smith over here so we can go win a Super Bowl. That's how unselfish he was. He wanted that ring, no matter if it took him that long in his career, Joe. He's well deserved, and in my eyes, the best Bronco to ever play on in the Mile High. So Mile High salute to John Elway. What do you say, Joe?
Yes, sir. My high salute to John, man. Definitely, if not the best. I mean, you might have a little bit of argument with one or two other players, but I mean, that's where everybody knows Elway, because he was only stood here with one team. He didn't go anywhere else, So and then went on to be an executive with us as well. So definitely a through and through Bronco, man. And yeah, I mean that's I was young when the drive happened, so I remember my dad and everybody being happy about that. My uncle and everybody, and seeing their heartbreak for the 3 Super Bowls they lost in the '80s, and then seeing their how happy they were. Seeing my uncle cry when they actually won the first one in '97, and then going back to back in '98. So that was definitely. It was good to see for all of Bronco country, and good for that we got Pat Bolin, we got John Elway, and we got them their Super Bowl trophies, after all the heartbreak in the '80s. So and man, yeah, through and through, like I said, we went to me and my dad went to the last game at Mile High Stadium, the AFC Championship game there on a whim, and got to see Elway's last game at the old Mile High Stadium. So that was a good game and good memory to remember him by. So
that's awesome. I don't mean to interrupt you, but so I didn't get to go into the game, but my dad worked when it was being called Invesco, right? So they set up a jumbotron to watch the game at, and we got to watch it for free on a big jumbotron when Invesco wasn't even finished yet.
Nice. But yeah, you want to hop back in and speak a little more, or you want me to finish it off?
Go ahead and do some comments, or go ahead and finish up. No, finish it off, and then let's do some comments, my brother.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to say is about John Elway. Joe, I kind of want to ask you this question. Which coach do you think hated him the most playing?
I mean, probably Reeves, just because
No. I mean, opposing coach. I'm sorry, opposing coach.
Opposing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I got a pretty obvious one. If you want me to go first.
Norv Turner. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking from the Chiefs. Yeah, Schottenheimer from the Chiefs.
And then he was with the Browns during the drive.
With the Browns. Then he went with the Chargers as well. So man, he stood around. He stood around the AFC getting whipped by Elway. Yeah, that's for sure.
But go ahead, finish it up, Joe.
Yeah. So we got his name is John Albert Elway Jr. Born June 28th, 1960, Port Angeles, Washington. His dad was a football coach, and he had some head football coaching jobs in like D2 college and some little smaller colleges. So Elway played 1 year at Pullman High School, and then he moved to the San Fernando Valley, where he played 3 years at Granada High. He was All-American his senior season, despite missing a couple games with a knee injury. He got offers from a lot of different colleges, even one of them from his dad. His dad was coaching at San Jose State at the time, so he gave him an offer. And he was also selected in the Major League Draft in 1979 as well to KC in the 18th round. He did not go at that time on the Major League Draft. He went the second time he was drafted, though. So in '79, he went to Stanford, played football and baseball there. After a preseason practice, the second and third string quarterbacks transfer schools because they said this dude is going to be above us anytime. So they said we're going to be out of here before the transfer portal. They booked out of it like that. In his first practice, he broke 2 players' fingers because of how fast he threw the ball, and they made a little thing called the Elway cross, where the seam of the ball he would drive it so hard in their chest that they'd have that the imprint in their chest. He never went to a bowl game while he was there at Stanford. Still had a good career, second in the Heisman Trophy voting his senior year, All-American and Pac-10 Player of the Year, two-time in 80 and 82. And then he was drafted to the Major League Baseball in the 52nd overall pick by the Yankees in the 83 draft. And he was actually drafted 6 spots above Tony Gwynn. So Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. Steinbrenner wanted him to, and he was drafted by the Yankees. He played with the Yankees affiliate, and that's why he threatened the Colts. He was like, "Man, I'm just gonna go play baseball." He's like, "I can do that." Steinbrenner wanted him to be the starting right fielder by the 85 season. Elway knew that, but he kind of wanted to hold out for baseball. Wanted to hold out for football. Oh. And like Tim was saying, in the 83 draft, Colts had the number 1 draft pick, and Elway was going to be the number 1 pick. They had 6 quarterbacks drafted in the first round of that draft. So right before the draft, the Colts were trying to find a couple different teams to trade with, and at the last minute, before the Irsay didn't want to waste the draft, he made a deal with the Broncos, and we traded offensive lineman, Chris Hinton, for Elway, and we got a backup quarterback, and a first round draft pick for Elway. So I think we made out really good with that pick. And the reason why Elway didn't want to play with the Colts because he knew how crazy the organization was, and the next year they moved, so he made the right decision. So, but in '83, his first game, it was against the Steelers. He got sacked by Jack Lambert, and then ended up getting taken out of the game. And Steve DeBerg won the game for us. Second game, he played against Baltimore, and he still didn't have a great game, but he got relieved again. But DeBerg still won the game for us there. And then like I said, the 3 Super Bowls that we lost in the 80s. His number 7 is retired for the Broncos, of course, and at Stanford. 2-time Pro Bowl, 2-time Super Bowl champion. We know 97, 98, Super Bowl MVP, most valuable player in 87, man of the year in 92, 9-time Pro Bowler, NFL All-Decade Team, 100th anniversary all-time team, and he won executive. As an executive, he won the Arena Bowl championship in 2005 and the Super Bowl 50 with the Broncos. So.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, he made some mistakes after Super Bowl 50. But, Peyton Manning would have never been a Bronco without Elway. And I don't care what anyone says about that. Off the field, Elway still went and found somebody because Manning was off that injury. They drafted Andrew Luck, and Manning got kicked to the curb. And I believe it was between us and Tennessee. But Manning wanted to come here. He talked to Elway. You can watch it. They got an interview. You can YouTube it or whatever. And just the talk that he has with Elway is just so much respect for what he did on that field. And Manning wanted to do the same. Little fun fact, Joe. I don't think it was college. I think it was high school. I think they were going for state. Darryl Strawberry pitched against John Elway in the state champion. Yeah.
Baseball championship.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think about Strawberry as a pitcher, right? Major leagues is different. You're not a pitcher. But, if you know who Darryl Strawberry is, he's a Hall of Fame. One of the greatest players out there. But to hear that story that he actually pitched against John Elway it's kind of crazy to think about, man. If you're a baseball fan, I always like that story about that,
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. He again, I watched the interview with Strawberry not too long ago, and he talked about that. So
yeah.
Little thing.
Once you get some comments, my bro, I'll go ahead if you have something to say.
No, I'm hopping right in. Bronco Libre hopping in here. He said Monday night the Elway documentary premieres on Netflix at 7 p.m. So whoever wants to
Can't
check
wait
that
for
out.
that. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, definitely gonna be good. Another thing I was gonna say, my dad used to work at the Omni Hotel, and they had sure I said this before, but they had the John Elway Celebrity Golf Classic up there. Really good time. A couple years they had it up there, man. There was a lot of good brought a lot of good athletes up there, and we got to walk around, and like I said, there was no crazy security, so it was a good time to hang out there and see everybody out there. Yep, Lieber also said the Duke of Denver was his name. And he was talking about the Elway's last game at at the old Maha. He said I was there as well versus the Jets.
Libre's everywhere. I mean, he's always there. Come on, man. He's gonna get a big billboard. We're gonna be pointing to like I know that guy. I know that guy. I checked with him.
Fun story about that game, Libre. There was a we were sitting probably about 4 rows from the top, and there was some Jets fans that they kept saying Jets, Jets, and man, a couple of Bronco fans after about 3 or 4 times of doing that, they said, "Man, you guys say that again, we're gonna throw you guys off the balcony here." And they looked pretty serious, and them Jets fans kind of quieted down for a little bit. So yeah, that was a fun game to be at. Let me get back up here. I got a couple other ones up here. We had Shai Vargas. He said his Mile High memory is going to be John Lynch. Man,
what a great one. What a great one. John Lynch came over from the Niners, and a lot of people thought he was overrated and a little too old to play for Broncos.
He came from the Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tampa Bay. He played with
now he's with the 49ers as an exec.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. But yeah, that is a great one. But a lot of people disrespected John Lynch, like in a sense, like he didn't have it no more. And John Lynch, one of the biggest hitter safeties in the game. I mean, you can put him up there with a lot of big names the way he hit. So great one, Shai. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it was Tampa Bay. He is the GM for them now.
Yeah, but another one. I'm glad when he got here, but when we had to play against him in Tampa, man, dude, it was not fun to play against him. So definitely happier when we got him here. We had Biggie Bronco too. He had a couple to say. He said if everybody was for the Broncos, Mike Shanahan would have been in the Hall of Fame. Every other coaches that's won back-to-back Super Bowl has gotten in the Hall of Fame the first time. Yeah, Shanahan's just not liked too much around the league, and then of course the Bronco hate as well is not a good add on top of there. So
to me it's the Bronco hate on that. Biggie Bronco, man, I agree with you because I mean look at this year, look at our record, and they're still doubting us. We were underdog against Green Bay, but then like Bo said, we're overdogs. But like it's very true. Shanahan used to script 15 plays off the bat. Like, that's how smart he was. And, dude, like, you're absolutely right, Biggie. I don't want to go all the way into it because I can talk about this about an hour, but I agree with you. What do you say, Joe?
Oh, definitely agree with you. He also said he was talking about the flooring and laminate he's doing. He said it's about $8,000. It's about $8,000 job, 23 hair square foot. Laminate flooring and 1,500 square foot carpet. Well, that's a good payday, but it still sounds like a lot of square footage to put down.
Go get that money, bro. I got a small business, Borrego Painting. We can collaborate and refer each other.
What was it? What was the company again?
Borrego Painting, man.
There you go. Anybody needs any kind of painting inside, interior, exterior, hit up Tim. He will get it done for you guys. We got one half of the Bronco Bros. George, he said, "What's up, my bros? The Broncos defense finally got the turnovers we have been waiting for. Hope we keep this trend going to the end of the season." Me too. Like we were just talking about, just keep the pressure on Trevor Lawrence. Not let him get his feet set too much, and keep him guessing. And we'll hopefully keep these turnovers going for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Appreciate it, my brother. Thank you for commenting. Nothing but love for you. We'll be spending Christmas Eve with each other's kids. We went to Winterfest. I got nothing but love for that dude. That's my brother to my dying day. Love you, George.
Yes, sir.
You want to go? You want to go on the next one?
Yeah, let's get it going.
So, everyone out there, let's put some props on it. Every week, we got to put some props on it from somebody. I don't care what organization, Colorado organization that is, to whoever we want to put some props on it for. Let's do it. Anybody out there in the comments, please. I enjoyed so much last week that the comment section got more involved. So, everyone out there, put some props on it. Broncos, Avs, whoever. Joe, I'm gonna let you call it. Who goes first?
Go ahead. I'll let you go. I'll get next.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna put some props on it. For Riley, bro. That BS. You guys can feel the tone of my voice. I want to say so much more about this, but I'm not. That PI, that's not a PI. And for him to still come up with a pick, for him to go out and be so humble on his post-game interview, for him to go in every week, for him to have to pick that number one slot up when PS2 went down, dude's a baller. He is, in my mind, like, how do you not want... All you hear from mainstream media, this is why I stopped watching it. You know what? The only ones I'm watching is Libre and Adon on Wednesday. I'm watching Johnny and them on Tuesday. Broncos Bros always on Monday. I'm tired of watching mainstream media because we give the truth more than the truth is out there. And I don't mean to get too hyped up about this. And, you know, this is Shy's fault. He gets me hyped up. You know what I mean? So... Dude, he's clean, man. He is out there. He is doing what he has to do for his team week in and week out. I'm not saying he hasn't had a legit PI during the season, but he's had a lot that are ticky-tack. And what's going to happen is he's going to get picked on. Let's throw that long ball down and let's see if a ref throws a flag. From across the field. Correct me if I'm wrong. From across the field. I think Riley Moss can be a number one CB for pretty much anybody in this league. When PS2 went down, he had his back. And you know what, man? I got to put some props on it for my dog Riley. What do you say, Joe?
Couldn't have said it better, man. Couldn't have said it better. I definitely think he's been getting picked on by the refs, being a little really ticky-tack. And I'm glad he hasn't let that get to him. And I've liked his post-game press conferences where he's been pretty adamant about that, you know. Even last week when he got a couple, I can't, what is it? Not against Packers, but against Washington when he got burned on that one play. It's going to happen. And I like how he doesn't let any of those PIs, any bad play, anything like that. I'm glad he doesn't let that get to him, and he just shakes it off. And that next play, he's out there ready to get it again and just keep going for it. And, yeah, the interception this week was definitely very much needed. And like you said, the pass interference was not a pass interference. It was very ticky-tack, like a lot of his calls. And, yeah, like you said, I definitely – am enjoying him being on our team, seeing this young quarterback flourish, and yeah, he definitely stepped up when PS2 was hurt, and has handled any kind of a challenge we put out there, and he's gotten better as the years gone along.
Definitely, and you know what? I'm not. I mean, dude has great athleticism. He keeps his mind focused. At the same time, I kind of just want him to look at the refs and be like, what WTF did I do? What did I do? Call that again. Look at he's a little too humble for that. And I'm glad that he's keeping his mind right. I'm glad he's keeping his peace of mind out there, even though he's getting picked on.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for Riley to go look at these refs and be like, look at the jumbotron. What did I do? Look at it. I think he starts needed defending himself against the officials on the field.
I feel
Even
like I said.
go ahead.
Like I said, it just he's in good positions, a little handsy, but I mean that's a lot of cornerbacks do that. So yeah, I definitely like I said, I think he's been getting a little more picked on than most.
Yeah, but when you say handsy, like dude, it goes back and forth because you could look at the receiver doing the same thing. You're not stopping the route, but if you're gonna get pushed, you're gonna put a hand back. Like, give this dude. I definitely do. This is my most. How do I word this? My most enthusiastic. Put some props on it segment because dude, like I just really got to do it right because he was doing it. I've been a fan all year. Having his back, and now we're getting to later seasons. I just think he needs to, like, even if he gets a personal foul, let's take that 15 yards. Our defense is good enough. Go tell off an official. Look at what the officials got to do. I mean, you got one that got headbutted for no reason. You're picking on Riley. It's really just strange to me that you're not giving this guy the respect of the athletic person that he is out there working his ass off. And, I just want him to get a little bit more like a little bit more angry at the officials if a call is totally bogus and state his case rather than just being like,
Yeah. I mean, there's not much you can do sometimes. So, I'm glad he's not getting any other additional unsportsmanlike or anything like that. So, hey, like I said, he's doing good in our eyes. Whatever else is going on with the refs, Riley Moss has definitely got some props for me too.
Got you. Go ahead, Joe.
All right. So my props is going to go to since I just got Medlock myself. I'm going to go with Bo Nix. He had a damn good game this week. No interceptions, 4 touchdowns. Dude was balling out there this week, man. He kept that offense going, picked them apart, and threw some dimes in there when he needed to. So that the drop into to Cortland Sutton, the touchdown to Franklin, man, he was throwing some dimes and make some good choices out there and kept this offensive moving. And man, just like I said, all around, didn't turn the ball over and made all the good decisions. So definitely props on it to Bo Nix for helping us in this win.
Especially to some receivers you didn't expect him to go to, right?
Yeah, he spread the wealth around. He definitely moved the ball around, and like I said, I'm glad he kept targeted Sutton in the big moments where I was expecting him to be a dominant number 1 receiver, and passing to even got the ball to Bandy for a touchdown, and Bandy was in my doghouse. I didn't really want to see him on the field again, especially catching the ball and punter, but. Hey, the dude caught it out and that receiving touchdown and got it in there. So, like I said, all around, good decisions by all his passes this last weekend. Man, if he can keep that going, we're going to be a threat in the playoffs with our offense peaking like it is.
Absolutely, but here's the thing: it is Bo still not getting enough love. You saw him. He knew he had to be aggressive, and I kind of feel like that wasn't scripted. Sean Payton, here's your Bo Nix was check. Did you see that? He checked down that whole game, and you got Parsons coming in. You got that D line coming in. Bo Nix was checking, and don't get me wrong, he ran out a few times. You know, it's not a sophomore slump. But what I will say is that was his test. And just to watch him check, if anyone knows how hard it is to look at a 1, then a 2, and then an outlet within 5 seconds, it's amazing. So I'm gonna put some props on with that, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there was the one pass I remember is when he threw it to that deep pass to Harvey, and he should have fired it a little harder because he let that safety get over top and almost come and get the interception. That's one offhand I can remember. But I mean, like I said, he was making some dimes, and like I said, with him playing like this at this end of the season against an elite team like that, if he keeps it going against Jacksonville, man, we're gonna be singing that song again, you know. So let's like I said, Bo, just keep this play up, man, and yeah, we're looking really good.
Yeah, you know, like I said, sometimes it's obvious for who we put props on it for, but you have to do it. Whether you do it 3 weeks in a row, it doesn't matter. If you got to put that props on it for somebody, not saying that you picked Bo last week, but what I'm saying is, it's man, he's growing, and I totally agree with you on all of that. So great one there. We got one right here. George said, props to our Denver sports teams all winning and being a top team in their leagues. Avs, Nuggets, and Broncos are all on fire. What do you say to that, Joe?
You're dang right. You're dang right there, man. Like I said, it's like we said earlier, it's a good time to be a Colorado Rockies fan. I mean, Colorado, a Denver fan.
Whoa. He didn't mean that, ladies and gentlemen.
We suck again.
But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, all the Denver teams are winning, and man, it's a fun time to be a Denver sports fan. So most definitely,
Definitely, that was a good one. I've done that a couple times myself. You say something. You want to get in the fourth and forecast or what, Joe?
Yeah, let's do that.
I might have hit that button a little too early, my bro. Fourth and forecast always supposed to kind of write out the show, but I want to go into something that you brought up to me earlier. So let's put fourth and forecast off for just a little bit. Halftime adjustments. You were really thorough about what we did. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, anybody who watched the game, I mean, the first half, I mean, I almost had a cuss there. The Green Bay looked like they had a really good game plan. They were moving the ball. They didn't get no touchdown. Well, they got the one touchdown, but you know, we were able to hold them and you know, keep them out of the end zone a lot more than that. But like I said, at halftime, man, Love was looking hot, man. I mean, he was let's see. I have it written down here. But Love, yeah, 17 for 22, 215 yards. Bo was at 11 for 12 with 122 yards. They had 200 and whatever they had on total yardage. I mean, they were kicking our butts. And man, like during the game, I hopped on and was watching the play-by-play. And that's what, you know, a couple people were saying. I think it was Shy was one of them. I was like, you know, let's go into halftime. We'll make some adjustments, you know, and we'll come out better. I didn't expect it to be that good, but man, they went into halftime, and after that, without the long Josh Jacobs run, that 40-yard run, they held him to, I want to say, like a 60s, like right around 60 yards for the whole second half. So, I mean, that halftime adjustment that they went in there and you know, figured out was right on point. That's what we needed. It was 16-14, you know, end of the game. We ended up, you know, 34-26. So, you know, we were able to, even on offense, we were able to find a couple of more little things to tweak. And like I said, that that the way that defense came out in that second half, man, was amazing. We started off with the because they got the touchdown, the Josh Jacobs touchdown, and then we had the 3 and out, which was like, oh man, here we go again. The offense is, not up to it, and then you get the PS2 interception, and that just changed the whole momentum of the game. Jacobs, their receiver got hurt, and it seemed like that just was a big spark for us, and it started the whole second half, and yeah, we just kept it rolling from there.
Yeah, and I agree with you. We did make great halftime adjustments, and I will say this: I don't want anybody in this NFL, man. What I will say is, I'll put a little props on it for our owners. Uh, in my eyes, they're keeping the safest field in the league to play on. You can go play on it, and like injuries happen. I'm not happy Parsons went out. It was a great move by Bo. However, I'm not happy that Green Bay ended up with injuries. What I will elaborate on is that I feel like Broncos are so tough. Like, you got to be in it to win it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not 60 minutes on both ends playing the Broncos, you're not going to win. Once again, I do not encourage, and I'm not happy about any injuries that happen during that game. But what I will say is that Broncos are that tough to have to worry about playing somebody on so many downs. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, even in the first half, I thought Hufanga came out and set the tone when he ran through that the tight end and knocked him and the running back down on that third down. That was
oh my gosh, play.
Yeah, dude, like that set the tone there of the physicality that we were going to bring that day, and it kept going. And like I said, the thing that got me was like the stats coming out of halftime to what they ended up with at the end of the game. That the way we were able to dominate their offense and keep them from moving up and down the field like they were. So I man, that was I always say it's going to happen, but man, you never know. But I was so I'm overexpected. I overly expected them to do that, and Van Joseph definitely came out with a good plan, and man, they executed, and man, everything went right for us that second half.
Yeah, but the play you're talking about, to tackle another player with his own player,
that's tough.
Is man, like we're in it at that point. We're pumped up, and Green Bay put up a fight. I'm not gonna lie that. Once again, I don't want to encourage any injury to anybody, but it was one of those games where you're gonna have injuries. So like on both ends, not just them, but to us too. Like they're both. That was an important game for both teams, and fortunately for us, we came out on top. Next thing, real quick, before forecast, one last thing. Do you think Harvey's gonna play?
He looks like he's gonna play. He was practicing today, so I expect him to play. Maybe we don't, maybe have a little more limited action, so he's not, out there for a whole lot of runs. But I definitely think he'll get some play, and hopefully McLaughlin steps up. And I don't know about Bidet, so I don't know what to say about that guy.
Come on, you're killing me over there. Like bro. It's like you and George are talking behind my back.
You're killing me, Smalls.
If Harvey doesn't play, Bidet will be number one. Like, mark my words. Like,
over
McLaughlin? You can disagree. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we said it here. Clip it, Joe. Go ahead and clip it. And I hope George.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Harvey doesn't play, Bidet will be. But
all right,
this is why we talk about everything. Fourth and forecast, Joe. Want Avs or Nuggets first?
Let's do the Nuggets first. They're playing right now, so let me throw this up here. We got the Nuggets playing Magic right now. We came back. we were not doing that good when I first pulled it up. So yeah, 68 to 54 in the what is it halftime now. So yeah, the Magic are down a couple players though. Wagner's not playing, and I can't remember which one of their guards aren't playing either. So they're down a couple players too as well. So they're a young team, and man, the Nuggets are playing really good too as well, like always. So yeah, I expect us to pull this game off, especially without the two players for the Magic.
Prediction.
If I had to predict points from now, I'm gonna go 117 to 101.
All right. The other night we were both kind of wrong. Nuggets put up some stuff, and seeing what it looks like now, I am going to go 128 to 101 Nuggets, obviously.
Cool. I was checking to see if Peyton Watson was playing. He had that little he took a knee from KD the other day, and I seen him the other day at my job, and he said he looked like he was going to be able to play, but they probably kept him out just for precaution. So
yeah, which doesn't look like a bad idea. Get him the rest, right? Because Orlando's a little beat up right now as well, and then we can handle what they're going to bring us.
Exactly. So let me get the Avalanche up here now.
Shy, I see your comment in there. We're gonna end the show with yours because we're gonna get hyped up off of what you said at the end of the show, bro.
Like always, Shy, the resident hype man. So we got the Avalanche. They play tomorrow against the home against the Jets, and then a couple days off, and then they play the Wild at Minnesota again. Man, we just played the Wild not too long ago, and last night they beat the Kraken 5-3. So that was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, okay, the Predators got us, right? Like, still a great game. You got and then you come back and beat them. So it's like kind of like what you're saying, right? I feel like we just played the Wild. I feel like we kind of have those back and forth games because one was in Colorado, one was not against the Predators. We're killing it, man. So if you don't mind me going first, I'm gonna say 5-2.
Not a bad one. Man, if I put a number on it, I'll go 4-3. I'll go 4-2. 4-2. Avalanche over the Jets. So Winnipeg is just gonna come in here and have to face the what all the other teams have faced, man. The hot Avalanche team that is on fire.
Crazy, man. Man, what a great season you guys are having. Nothing but respect for what you guys are doing out there on that ice. Love it.
Oh yeah.
If anyone else wants to give predictions, please do.
All right, and then do you want me to bring up the Broncos, or can we just?
No, you don't have to bring it up. We can talk.
All right, yeah. We all know we got the Jags at home, so definitely think we're going to beat the Jags. It's going to be a big test. The Jags have, I want to say, they have the number one rush defense, and we have the second rush defense. So rush is going to be hard this game. If we can get a couple of if we can get to about 67 yards rushing, that'd be good for the game. But I think it's going to be another game where Bo has to be a good, efficient game manager with the ball and make sure he's not being loose with the ball, and good footwork in the backfield, and making the good reads. And yeah, I think he's gonna carry us into another win this week. If I put up a prediction, I'll say, I'm gonna say 24-17 Broncos.
24-17. I think Green Bay had a great defense that we were ready for. If I can put it in those words, like maybe you had one of those minds that I wasn't thinking. Because you said a couple times, maybe you're just holding back and not letting other teams know what we're going to do until we need it. And I'm kind of buying into that. So I think our offense is going to put up against the Jags. I'm going to go 31-24 Broncos, beating the Jags at home, securing everything that we need for the AFC West.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
I
then,
am. I'll go ahead.
And then, I mean, next week against KC, I'm not too worried. It'll be a short week, but without Mahomes, I think we should definitely be able to go in there and, do pretty good with the even with the strong defense they got, so.
Speaking about that, so our night is Thursday night. Unfortunately, we've had some Thursday night games, and then,
we went to the Thursday night game.
What's that?
And then we went to the Thursday night game against the Raiders.
Yep. And then, there's always pregame, play-by-play, and postgame. So when it happens on Thursdays, we don't get a full show, which is nothing wrong. But next week we won't have a show. But me and Joe are definitely going to try to make it to a pregame, postgame, whatever it is. Don't mark my words on that, but we're going to try the best we can to be any part of the network to show the love for the Broncos.
Yep, game day on the Christmas Day with the Broncos and the Orange Blue Network. We'll definitely be popping in there.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to bring up Shai's comment?
Yep, and then I'm gonna just piggyback off what Libre did last night too about Mile High Mystic. So shout that out. But yeah, we got Shai Vargas. He said, "Let's beat the Jags," and that is what we are going to do. I don't know if it's going to be BTF, but it's going to be a hard, tough fight, and I definitely think we are going to beat the Jags. I can't wait to see your hype video on Sunday, Shai, because that is what I look forward to.
Shai, get us going, brother. Hype us up like always, bro. We got this. We got the Jags. Everything you do, Shai, out there, man, hyping us all up, man. You know what? This is why we're winning. We can talk. Me and Joe can talk all day, but you're the hype man. And I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna compare you to Philip Lindsay. You're the hype man. Man. If you want to, take your shirt off. Do whatever you want to do. Just get us all there, man. Get us hyped up for the game. Shai, nothing but love for you guys. Johnny, hope you're recovering very well. My brother George, Coach, Uncle Todd, Libre, everybody that's out there in the comments, everybody that's out here on this network. Let's go get these Jags. Let's just go close it out and let's shut everybody up. Because after that, we're done with answering questions if we're really that good or not. Do you agree, Joe?
We're done till we get to the playoffs, and then we just have to answer more questions and shut some more people up. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Last night Bronco Libre shut it out, but one of our network friends out here, Mahai Missy, she is also my sister's friend. She's doing a toy drive, and it's going to be a super fan meetup at Holy Moly, which is going to be on 1201 18th Street in Denver, Colorado, 80202. It is going to be 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and that is going to be on Saturday, December 20th. Hope Kids Toy Drive. So if any of you guys are able to make it out there, definitely a good cause to support, and you'll see two two big NFL fans out there. Mile High Missy from our Broncos, and she's at every game. She's had season tickets forever, and then you also see a super fan for the Jaguars. I can't remember her name, but she's going to be there too. So good cause, and if you guys are able to make it out there and support them, like I said, holy moly, on Saturday, December 20th, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So,
one thing I will say about you, Joe, is that's very important. Anyone that wants to be involved in a charity event like that, I mean, we're all sports fans, but go help out as you can. And not only that, Joe, as you've been bringing up the youth sports, um, you know, hope they kept their heads up this week. I don't know if you have any more info on their loss coming back, but I mean, that's an accomplishment yourself. Joe, man, I give you mad props for looking at this younger generation, whether they play sports or if it's a toy drive or whatever. Libre bringing that up. Mile High Missy, I have not met you yet. Hopefully, I go way back with Joe, Noah's sister. So, the whole cause. Let's do this for these kids, man. It's right before Christmas, so whoever, man, no matter what it is, let's all be involved, and let's show let the Orange and Blue Network and Broncos Country and whoever out there, whether you're a Jags fan or not, whatever you got out there to go support it, right, Joe?
Yeah, wherever you are, like I said, this is the season for giving, and whatever you can do to help the less fortunate, those in need, those who may not be in need but need somebody to be there and listen to them. Whatever you can do, help out family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, anybody can. Just make sure you're a little extra nicer this season, man. We all need it. So definitely a season of giving. We all should have that same type of love for all of us out there. So, like I said, I may not have love for the Jags and our NFL opponents the times that we're playing, but after that, I may have a little bit of bars to throw, but we're still going to be fans in the end. So, don't let that fandom get too crazy, and just support everybody that needs help out there, and enjoy this season with your family, friends, wherever you guys are at.
Absolutely, Joe. You have anything else to say, or should I close this out?
No, like I said, you pretty much said everything else. All the people in the comments, Biggie Bronco, Fortnite Kid, everybody who was in here, with the
Fortnite Kid. I look forward to knowing who you are. Thank you for tuning in as the first time guests, at least on our show. Much love for that, for all the regulars. Joe, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's always exciting to see a new person out there in the comments.
Yeah. So definitely, like I said, thank y'all for spending the little bit of time with us and letting us entertain y'all for this little bit of time. And whoever catches it later, comment afterward too. You don't have to be on the live. We'll check the comments as the week goes along too. So whatever you got to say, let us know.
What I am gonna say, Bronco Country, baby, let's go get this dub. I'm jealous of Libre because I know he's gonna be there again. At least send me a picture, something, you know what I mean? The tailgate. To Johnny, to Joe, my co-host, one of my best friends, man, like my brother George, to everybody out there. You know what? Have a Merry Christmas. And we are not gonna have a show on next Thursday, but I believe both of us will at least chime into a pregame or postgame. To the whole network, Merry Christmas. To all the fans out there, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year if we don't see you till after that. We don't fully plan on having a break, but it's a Thursday night, so we're just hype about going and get that dub, and that way we can come back the next week and be like, number one. So to everybody out there, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Joe, yes, good night, man. Mile High salute.